Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about why you feel lost in life and how to reinvent yourself. So, if you're currently quite unhappy with your current trajectory, you're not quite happy with the path that you're on, and you feel a bit lost, then these tips on how to reinvent yourself can help you with that to actually put you on a path that you can be happy about, that you can see a direction in life that you can be more fulfilled for and feel more fulfilled and not feel as lost. Okay, so one of the first important things that you need to do, right, and it is a physical, practical thing that you need to do. Okay, and it's not too physical, but it's a practical thing that you can do, is you need to get very clear on basically who you would like to be and how would you ideally like to be living. Okay, so one of the best ways that you can do that is to write it down. So I want you to write down who you would like to be, the kind of person you would like to be, and how you would like to be living. So, what would you like your lifestyle to look like? Okay. So, when it comes to who you would like to be, perhaps this is like, I want to be someone who is reliable. I remember that was something that was really important to me in my early 20s. I wanted to become more reliable. I had cases where I would cancel on friends, I wouldn't show up to job interviews and things like that. I had like this chronic way of being basically, and I decided for myself that I wanted to be someone who was more reliable. So that was a big goal for me in my early 20s. Just to give you an example, right? So an example of how would you like to live and your lifestyle, or perhaps it would be like, well, maybe it could be you want to have more time for yourself. So it could be like, oh yeah, I'd really love to have more time to read or to spend time in my garden, things like that. And that's how you ideally would like to see yourself and how you can envision your life, right? So it's all about having a vision of who you would like to be and how you would like to be living your life. That's what it's all about, okay? So the practical side of that is to obviously write down the things that you would like for yourself and that you would like to be like, right? And then start to go on a journey of making that into a reality. Okay, so basically then you need to create practical tasks for yourself that you can do every day to help you achieve this, because it can be difficult, right? Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to be able to do things if you don't have anything practical that you can do. Because if it's like, oh yeah, I just need to change my attitude about that, it can be very, very difficult to do that. So it might be a good idea to find some practical things that you can do to achieve these things. Now, when it comes to like things that you want to change about your personality, then it might be a good idea to get some books on how to do that, to read about that, or to read about people who are like the person you would like to be. Get some role models for yourself and listen to their autobiographies. It could be that you listen to their interviews, or watch any content that they make if they make content. Read their books, things like that, and so you can get an idea of the kind of person that you would like to be. And you can start consuming that kind of content, because that's one of the greatest ways that you can do that, especially if you don't have anyone around you that you can model who you see as a role model. But it might be the case that you do. You might have like a person in your family that you really admire and you want to be more like them. So you start to spend more time with them, because we tend to be like the most people, we tend to be on average about the 5 people we spend the most time with. And if you do not have any good influences in your life, then the best way to combat that is to find people online, like people who have achieved things. It could be sports figures, it could be authors, it could be influencers, it could be coaches, it could be psychologists or something like that. Find people who you would like to be like, and then just consume their content. Hopefully, if they have content, okay. But a lot of people have done interviews in the past and things like that. So I'm sure you can find something that you can sort of cling on to, basically, and just consume the content. So obviously, when it comes to like how you would like to live, then there might be some practical things that you like to do. So it could be like, okay, well, I need more money, so maybe I need to change jobs. It could be that I need to start a side hustle so I can create more free time for myself, if free time was one of those things that was on your list, right? So you got to find practical things that you can do to help you achieve this. And you might say to yourself, yeah, but the things that I want, it's going to take me ages to achieve. I haven't even got started yet. But the thing is with that is that the time is going to go by anyway, right? The days, the months, the years, they go by so fast. They go by like grains of sand in an hourglass, okay? And you're going to be way ahead than most people, right? If you start now and you continue and you just go for it. Let's say you give yourself a 5-year plan. You're going to do all these things for 5 years. Now, even if you haven't achieved absolutely everything on your list and the things that you want to achieve, by the time those 5 years are up, you're still going to be way ahead and way further down the line than you would have been if you hadn't done anything at all. So you might as well try, right? And you might as well get started, because that's really going to help you, okay? So obviously as well is that you need to cultivate, to be able to achieve these things, you need to cultivate a belief in yourself. Now, if you're struggling with believing in yourself, then I highly recommend that you get yourself a therapist or a counsellor that you can talk to and talk about why you have all these limiting beliefs about yourself, right? Because if you don't believe in yourself and you don't have that conviction, right, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to follow through on the things that you want to do, right, and the things that you want to achieve in this life. Okay, so you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your vision. You have to believe that you can make your dreams a reality. Because if you don't believe it, it's very, very unlikely that you're going to work on it and you're going to work as hard as you could. Okay? So that's one thing that you really need to consider. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.